Welcome to This Daring Adventure podcast, where we work on bridging the gap between where we are and where we want to be in order to live a bigger and bolder life. In this podcast, we will provide inspiration, tips, and skills you need to make your life the adventure you want it to be. Here's your host, mindset mentor, and life coach, Trista Gurton.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Today, I want to speak directly to the brilliant entrepreneur woman in her 50s. You've built things, you've created value, you've made an impact, but maybe you're still at a level where you feel you're playing small and that you know there's something more, that you can do more. There's more out there for you, that you can be more, do more, feel more. And that maybe you've just started to scratch the surface and you know you're meant to go bigger, but maybe you're not sure how. And I hear you. And I have been there and I continue to work to build bigger and bolder and more. And this is what I'm doing with my coaching business. And this is what I want this episode to be about. Your future isn't built on your past. It's going to be created by what you dare to imagine today. So you're not going to be repeating what you've done. You're not going to stay in your comfort zone, but you want to open yourself up to what's actually possible for you next. And let me be really clear here. Your next level is not about working harder. It's about thinking bigger. And this is something that I, as I said, have been working on myself. And I had my eyes opened and had this seed planted in my brain by my coach, Brooke Castillo. And it was the idea that these possibilities exist, but we're not taught, we're not programmed, we don't receive the messaging, especially as women, that there's more out there for us if we want it. Not everybody's going to want it, but it exists. And if we want it, and I believe there's always some part of us there that does, because there's that nudge inside of us to grow and to learn and to evolve and to really see what's possible for ourselves. And so the first step, the most important step, is beginning to think about those possibilities, starting to imagine them. And then we work on the belief that they exist. Now, we stop imagining. We leave childhood. Maybe in adolescence, there's some imagination. We think about our future. There's a lot of open space, open road ahead of us, and the options maybe seem limitless. But let's talk about why we stop dreaming at the very moment we're most equipped to create our best work. So you've built success. You've earned your reputation. You've proven what you're capable of. You may have built a business. You may have built some sort of consulting business, or you're an artist or a coach or an entrepreneur of some kind. But somewhere in the process, you might have also collected disappointment, burnout, maybe even betrayal. And so now you default to what works. And you might scale back your vision to fit what's safe. And there might be a voice inside of your head saying, I should just be grateful for what I have. It's too late to pivot now. This is good enough. I'm too old. And I would say that good enough is a slow death for a visionary. If you have that nudge inside of you, you want to listen to that. You want to start believing, you want to start acting on that. You didn't come this far to stay comfortable. And we want to get back to that place where we believe that we're allowed to have dreams and that we actively dream and live in that possibility. You are allowed to want more. More creativity, more visibility, more money, more purpose, more success, more joy, more learning, more growth, more expansion, more possibility. And you don't need to start over, you just need to expand. So I want you to know that possibility is not a personality trait, it's a practice. And if you're not actively practicing it, you're unconsciously shrinking your future, and you're shrinking yourself, and you're shrinking your life. And this is especially true for women who have already succeeded, already done the work, already built a certain amount of success. But you know that there's more. There's more that you can do. There's more that you can be. So instead of just running the machine, let's ask some bolder questions. What if this next chapter could be 10 times more fulfilling and financially aligned than anything you've ever done before? Think about that. How fun is that? What if you are supposed to be seen in a bigger way? What if it's safe to be seen in a bigger way? And what if letting go of proving? And what if you let go of proving and stepped fully into leading? Now, right now, you don't need the entire roadmap. You just need to be willing to believe that something bigger is on the table, because it is. So there's a concept that I learned from Brooke Castillo, and it's called the future store. And you can imagine walking into a store where every version of your business and your life and your impact, your possibility is available. And there are all these shelves lined up. Now, the status quo version is on the first shelf. You walk in, you see that it's all right there. Same money, same client, same identity, same life. Okay. But what about the next aisle? Maybe there's a 7-figure shelf, global impact shelf, fully booked shelf. I only work 3 days a week and love my life shelf. I've traveled to 100 countries shelf. The fully expressed creative genius self. The one where I am in demand shelf. But most women don't even enter that store, let alone go down those aisles. And it's not because they're not capable. We're all capable. But we've stopped believing that we're allowed to want it. And I think in most cases, we don't even know that it's a possibility. We don't even think about it. So you can walk down any aisle you want. The version of your future where you pivot your offer with full alignment, triple your income without burnout, start the podcast, publish the book, launch the new arm of your business, reinvent what success looks like at this stage of your life. And it can be bigger and bolder than it was before. It's already there. You just have to decide to pick it off the shelf. How fun is that? So let's bring this out of theory and into your business right now. Pick one area. If you're an artist or a consultant, or businesswoman, business owner, coach, whatever you might be, pick one area of your income, your offers, your visibility, your joy. Now ask yourself, if anything were possible for me, what would I create next? Now, don't edit, don't downplay, don't dismiss. Write 3 bold possibilities that excite you and scare you at the same time. Then you want to pick one small action. Draft the outline, reach out to the person, share the post, book the call, say yes to the new idea you've been ignoring. Just give it some breathing room, give it some space. Take one tiny step towards it. Your future is built on one courageous move at a time. So listen, you didn't get to your 50s to start settling, to rest on your laurels, to sit back and watch life go by. You got here to lead in a whole new way, and all the possibilities exist that you might want. Your next level is not about working more. It's about becoming the version of yourself who creates with belief, clarity, and boldness. The bolder your imagination, the bigger your future. And if you're ready to move beyond what's fine, and I know that you want more, you know you want more, you want to go to that next level, you want to see what's possible, truly possible, then I want you to book a consult with me, because this is the call where it starts. This is not another brainstorming session. It's not a vague coaching chat. This is the call where we define exactly what you want next and start building the belief required to create it. You don't need to change everything. You just need to make the one decision that changes everything. Let this be that decision. The link is in the show notes. Let's go build what's next. Bolder, cleaner, more powerful than ever. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'll see you on the call. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to This Daring Adventure podcast with your host, Trista Gurton. We hope you enjoyed the tips and conversations on how to get excited about life again. As always, you can head to tristagurton.com for additional resources and to book a one-on-one coaching session. You can also follow Trista on Instagram at Trista V. Gurton. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review us on Apple Podcasts. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.